Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show Live. This week, coming to you from my RV. This week, I want to talk about tips for when you're stuck in line. Now, if you plan to just go for it and go for the standby lines, you gotta be ready. And keep your eye on those My Disney Experience apps because depending on the ride and probably the day, the lines will get pretty crazy. And also, you gotta be ready just in case the line stops moving. Now, normally, the lines will continue to move normally, if not slowly. But for someone like me who has autism and doesn't like being crammed in between strangers, the DAS Pass is the best way to beat being stuck. But of course, sometimes you will be stuck in line for a while and then suddenly the ride stops running. And they ask everyone to vacate the line. And if you have seen my What Just Happened videos, you know that happens. And also it's a good idea to have something in the line with you to keep you distracted. But be ready in case you do get stuck, so that you have some. What up, my boy? So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, there's a lot going on at Hollywood Studios at the right now. So, this week we're going to cover my top 5 things that are currently happening at Hollywood Studios. Number 5, some rare appearances of characters. So, or more specifically, character duos. So, the past couple of days, Hollywood Studios has had appearances by a couple groups of characters, such as Pinocchio and Geppetto, and Tiana and Naveen, and not just character duos, but also new and returning characters making appearances as well, like Sophia the First, and one of those Super Kitties characters. I do not watch Disney Junior, so I know nothing about that. But it's while it is great to see more characters in the park, I still gotta roast Disney about that. I mean, you can have more characters in the park, but you can't have the citizens of Hollywood. All right, that's my citizens rant for the week. Number 4, the ongoing construction of Monsters Inc. Land. So it's been almost a year now since Mike, you know me so well. So as I was saying, so as we all know, it's been almost a year since we've lost our beloved Muppet Vision 3D. But it's great to have. But we do have the Muppets back. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But the ongoing construction of Monsters Inc. Land, it looks great. We know that we're going to have the first ever suspended coaster ever in a Disney theme park. And the theater from Muppet Vision 3D is going to remain the same, turning into the Glob Theater. Come D23, we might know what's going to be put in there. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, I have a feeling that it might be ready to open next year with all the construction that's going on. If not 2028. Who knows? Hi. Hello. All right, number 3, the new animation courtyard. So the animation courtyard looks amazing. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. The new animation courtyard looks amazing. I've seen the Disney Animation Studios in Burbank. For the last time, I am not the dad from Family Guy. Bye-bye. As I was saying, I have seen the Disney studio in Burbank, and looking at the new animation courtyard, Imagineers, A+. I mean, the fact that they put character prints, handprints of Disney characters on it is awesome. It really is. And I know they're going to put some interesting stuff inside the new animation building, such as a Wonderland play area and the Animation Academy with Olaf. Actually, my favorite Disney movie of all time is probably... I like more of the obscure Disney movies, like Atlantis or Treasure Planet. As I was saying. And, of course, the Disney new Mickey Mouse Clubhouse stage show, which, if you have littles, that is a must. Number 2, the new Mandalorian and Grogu mission added to Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So I've seen a video from one of my biggest inspirations, Mouse Steps Weekly, and they've shown a POV video of the front and back of the new mission on the Falcon, and it is awesome. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the same ride, but with a new destination, a new mission, and as always, Grogu steals the show. And the number one thing happening at Hollywood Studios, the opening of Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets. So, as some of you may know, I love the Muppets. It looks great. I mean, if you watched the show last week, you've heard how much I said that they did a great job with the theming. And I knew you were going to say something, Mike. I saw your video yesterday. But I had to do it because it's Muppets. But Mike, if you say it's not worth it, I'll be at the middle. All right. So let me know in the chat or in the comments what you think is the best thing happening right now at Hollywood Studios. Yeah, you are. And now it's time for the ding ding theme park throwdown. As you know, this is the segment where we talk about the differences between Disney and Universal. This week's topic, park themes. So, with Disney, we all know Magic Kingdom is pretty much just that, the Magic Kingdom. Epcot is a mixture of Future and World Fair. Hollywood Studios is an immersion of Disney films, and Animal Kingdom is like walking into a living storybook. Whereas with Universal, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure both have kinds of confusing themes to me. But Epic Universe has these wonderful portals that takes you into the different lands. So let me know what you think takes this week's throwdown in terms of park themes, Disney or Universal. And now it's trivia time. Hello, Veronica Cruz. So last week, we asked, what was the first privately owned island by Disney? Our loyal viewer, Laura, cannot be stopped. She gave the correct answer, Castaway Cay. And now here is this week's trivia time question. Who said the following line? Our fate lies within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it. Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you are the correct answer, and you will receive 100 gold points. And thank you, Veronica. That's nice of you to say. So, it's Memorial Day weekend, which obviously this weekend the parks are going to be packed. And over at Disneyland in California, they've had over 100 Marines, Navy people, Army people, a whole lot of people there for Fleet Week, which I think is great. You got to give props to Disney for doing that, especially when they have all their people on the train station during the flag retreat. Florida should definitely take note of that. Yeah, good luck, Mike. As I was saying, so it is awesome that. So if you have family in the military, or are in the military, or retired, or any way at all, from all of us here at the Big John Network, we want to thank you for your service. You dang right they have, Mike. You dang right they have. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later. I'll make sure it gets to a future episode for this week. Shout outs. He's in the chat. My awesome mod, Mike the Park Knight. He does great vlogs. He did a vlog yesterday about giving his personal thoughts on the new Rock and Roller Coaster. If you saw his previous comment, I think you know what he thought of it. But definitely check him out. Also, my buddy Tamia over at Tamia Smiles. She posts great content. She did a staycation with her friends, doing a stay at Epic Universe at one of the Universal hotels. Definitely check that. Also, make sure you guys check out Princess and the Bear. They do great food blogs from the parks. Definitely check them out. Also, Josh and Jenna over at Resort TV 1. They do great live streams from the parks. Definitely check them out as well. And Just a Guy and a Girl. They do great live streams from Disneyland. Definitely check them out. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, best remove them.